Welcome back, hip-hop heads, to your favorite insights for hip-hop and entertainment. Hip-hop headlines haven. As you may know, the rap game is on war mode right now, and it's a civil war out here. However, today, we're going to be doing things a little bit different. We're going to be breaking down and analyzing the lyrics and story of the diss track Weakest Link from Chris Brown. This is a must, y'all. I got to break this down. Breezy has been in the music game for almost 2 decades now. He has brought us our favorite R&B hits, Run It, Yo, Go Crazy, No Guidance with Drake, and then some. He is well known for his mesmerized vocals in the R&B game. But one thing I bet many of you have not known, the boy can flow too. As you may know, Chris Breezy has put his pen game to the test with his own hit single, Look At Me Now, which features legendary rappers Busta Rhymes and Lil Wayne Tunechi. And let me tell you, the man goes hard. He goes harder than most of the rappers you may know in the game lately. I'm telling you, the man is diverse with his music. Now that we got that out there, let's talk about the battlefield where R&B singer Breezy takes on migos rapper Quavo. I'm not going to bore you with the backstory line of who Quavo is or where he comes from. However, I will let it be known that he is the lead member of a former rap group, Migos, in which he and his family members take off his nephew, rest in peace, and Offset, his cousin. But hold on, y'all. Before we get in depth of this epic battle between Quavo, Honcho, and Chris, just know this. This is definitely not the first time they've went at each other before. It was a 3-verse-1, y'all. After the 2017 BET Awards, things got a little wild in the streets of LA. Migos already stirring the pot with Joe Budden and Turn Up the Stage sparked chaos outside an after party, supposedly with Chris Brown. But here's the twist. Breezy wasn't throwing punches, just lurking in the background. Backstory's lit though. They used to vibe, but then Quavo starts dating Karuchi, and Breezy feels betrayed. Fast forward to the drama outside the BET Awards. It's Migos crew stirring the pot. It's like a pattern, right? Artists getting into it over a girl. Now, let's hop into the DeLorean and head back to the future. As we know, at a point in time, the beef had died down, and these fellas were back to their original grind and doing their music. However, a Fashion Week event in 2023 kinda reignited the flames that died down between the two artists. They were placed next to each other and the two homies didn't like that. As they were spotted together, of course, the pics was taken and the internet, of course, never fails. Chris Breezy stated that he wasn't trying to F the money up. Things died down for a bit until recently in April of this year, Breezy dropped a track called Freak, which is on his deluxe edition of his recent release 1111. He threw shots at Quavo for smashing his ex-Karuchi trend. Quavo got a hold of the shot Breezy threw, and he threw a whole diss track back at him called Tender, in which Quavo calls Breezy a rockhead. I'm not going to say the original terminology for YouTube policy purposes, but he also states that he's tender and jealous because he smashed this girl. Whoa, talk about some buckshots. Shaking my head. Well, now we come to what you've all been waiting for. Chris Breezy strikes back with a KO that Quavo can't come back from, titled Weakest Link. This track returned a few days later after Quavo dropped Tender. He has no remorse on this song and it gets personal, y'all. So let's analyze this song and see what's truly going on here. Jeez! Before we get into the song, there's a mockery skit of a fake voice known to be Quavo, saying he doesn't want no smoke, no issues with Chris, he doesn't want to fight, etc. He wants peace, and then that beat drops. Man, and when that beat drops, it's something out of this world. You just don't expect nothing like this from the iconic singer. He hits the hook, who wants smoke with me? And as I heard this, I know he meant it. Nobody at this point wants smoke with the young G. Now, let's dissect the verse. Breezy comes out swinging, dripping in red, and ready to unleash fire on Quavo. He's not holding back, y'all, calling Quavo out as a B.I. with dreads and exposing his weaknesses for all to see. It's raw, it's real, and it's got everyone talking. He then comes off and reminds him that he took his ex Karuchi as stated before, in which he said was all good, but we all knew he didn't mean that at all. But then he sent a large blow to Quay and said, when you was with your ex, I was smashing her while y'all was dating. Wow, man, talk about cold. He's actually referring to Quavo's ex-girlfriend, Sweetie. So basically, to break it down to you an example, Breezy was saying, so yeah, you was just smashing my leftovers, but I was smashing your girl while y'all was still together. Man, that's a cold bar. And he proceeds to say revenge is sweet, or sweet, shall we interpret, and says he got tea out of her as he was hitting it, but Chris says he ain't gonna mention that unless he has to. Wow. The biggest stab and KO in this death trap was when he mentioned Quay's late nephew, Takeoff. Some cold things were said here. He mentioned that Takeoff was the hardest Migo who could actually rap out the Migos group, and he respected him. He then mentions that it's funny that everyone in the world wished Takeoff's murder was swapped with Quavo, and wished Takeoff was still here and Quavo was the one gone. Damn! Cold-blooded. That's something you just don't do, young G. But hey, music is music. But jeez, this was more personal than entertaining. But Breezy's not done yet. He's dropping bombs left and right, calling out Quavo for his music, his controversies, and even his fashion sense. He's not just dissing Quavo, he's dissecting him, breaking him down piece by piece. It's ruthless, it's relentless, and it's classic Breezy. And let's not forget the ending. Breezy signing off with a middle finger to anyone who doubts him, saying, big F you from my middle finger. He's not playing games, y'all. He's bringing real beef to the table, and he's not afraid to show it. But behind the bravado and the beef, there's a deeper story at play. Breezy's not just throwing shade for the sake of it. He's defending his honor, standing up for himself in the face of adversity. And while Quavo might be the target this time, Breezy's sending a message to anyone who dares cross him. This is more than just rap beef. It's personal. So, who wants smoke with Chris Breezy? Thanks for rocking with us as we dissect the Chris Brown scathing diss track Weakest Link, aimed straight at Quavo. If you want more in-depth analysis of the hottest hip-hop feuds and trends, don't forget to subscribe to Hip Hop Headlines Haven and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on the track, and let us know what other hip-hop topics you want us to cover next. Until then, keep it locked right here for all your hip-hop headlines. Peace.